Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter, with a quick Frugal Friday video for you. So the first tip comes from these little glass bottles my daughter had saved for me. She got this set of like coffee flavors for Christmas, and they came in these little glass bottles, and she thought I might want them for some crafts. And it occurred to me that these would be great for anytime you're mixing up your own custom ink, or maybe alcohol ink, or thinning down acrylic paint to make an acrylic ink. You could store the leftover in these bottles, or you could even use them for crafts. So these are free. If you have them left over from some sort of gift, you could also save any sort of little bottles that stuff comes in your house, even plastic ones. It's great if they're clear. You can remove the labels by heating them up. You can probably remove them by soaking them in hot water too, but you can heat them with a heat tool, and that'll kind of help them peel off a little easier. Or you could soak the oil, put some olive oil or some sort of oil on there and get it to peel off. It's a little bit, it takes a little time, but heat or oil will help those labels come off if you want them to come off. But those are clear, so it's easy to see what's in them. So save your little clear bottles. The next thing comes from, actually the other night, the girls had received flowers for their senior game of softball, and they had these little vials at the end of the roses. And you've probably seen these before if you've ever gotten flowers. So what you want to do is pop off the rubbery cap. So generally this would come with water in it. You'd have the stem of your flower in there, and it would just keep it fresh until you could get it home, and you could put it in a vase. So what you want to do is take some scissors, just go through and snip it a couple times. There are these little kind of score marks on there that you can snip on. I'd say snip about 4 times. You could do more if you need to. And then you could take whatever brush, maybe you're going plein air painting and you want to bring a brush with you. So what you want to do is you want to put it handle side first, not bristle side first. You want to go so you've got that kind of, almost looks like a bell or like a little thing you might have under a candle, to catch the wax. So you have it like that. And then you can very carefully put the cap on there, and that way you can bring your brush with you to travel, even if you don't have a travel brush, and you don't have to worry about the tips getting damaged inside of your bag. And the other thing I wanted to encourage you to save, now it's not like I want you to be a hoarder or anything, are interesting trays. So this tray came from some frozen food from Trader Joe's. It was some bird's nests or something. But the neat thing about this is you could actually put like a sponge in here, and you could fill it maybe with like a 1/2 inch of water. And especially if you have children, you could tell them to clean their brush by going over the ridges, because this has like a texture to the bottom. Also, if you ever buy marrow bones from for your dogs, they come in a deeper tray like this that has ridges on the bottom. So you tell them to clean their brush by going over the ridges, and then wipe it on a sponge, and that will take out extra moisture, and they can keep on painting. So it's a really nice tip. And I also heard another tip where they take the the 2 pet food, like how you can get a pet dish that's got like 2 sections at like the Dollar Tree or whatnot. And this art teacher, Cassie Stevens, is the one that I learned this tip from. You put a sponge in one side and you put water in the other, so you have them clean their brush in the water side and wipe it on the sponge side. So she's an kids art teacher, and she had that tip. So there's a few tips for you for Frugal Friday. I hope you found them useful, and these are going to be so handy when I'm mixing up my custom alcohol ink colors, because let me tell you, I'm not spending $5.99 for that teeny tiny little vial that Copic wants to sell now. I'll be mixing my own colors from inexpensive alcohol inks that I find online and that I already have. So, and when I want to refill my Posca pens, if I need to thin down some paint to do it, I can just keep it in one of these jars and until I use it up. So, so there you have it. I hope you found these tips useful, and I hope you have a very Frugal Friday. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up before you go, and until next time, happy crafting.